Today we are going to be talking about Palia, a brand new open world cozy community sim MMO that is coming to open beta starting on August 10th. Before we get too far into this video, I do just want to acknowledge I did make the mistake of wearing a green shirt in front of a green screen, and I don't have a change of clothes right now, so I'm sorry if my invisible torso is distracting at all, but I just wanted to acknowledge that. The game of Palia is set in a fantasy world with unique and beautiful areas to explore. It's unlike a lot of other MMOs that focus on combat and weapons in PvP and PvE, and instead Palia chooses to focus on more of a comfy, cozy vibe with no combat at all, aside from hunting, if you count that as combat. The experience of playing Palia focuses mostly on home building, gardening, leveling up other skills, playing with your friends, and of course interacting with the townspeople. Now, before we dive more into what exactly Palia is, I feel like we should set the stage a little bit more with a little bit of the backstory and lore of the world of Palia. Now, within the world of Palia, humans used to live and thrive. However, for some unknown reason, they vanished. Until now, which is where we come in as players. When you enter your journey in Palia, you enter as a human who is coming back to Palia for the first time. Every new player who starts playing Palia is re-emerging as a new human entering the land. We don't know why humans are coming back, but we are. The actual gameplay of Palia consists of many different things. One of the main aspects is home building and decorating of your home. To build your home, you need to chop down trees and mine stones and other resources. Both chopping trees and mining are skills you can upgrade. Farming and cooking are also very important skills you can upgrade, as eating the food you cook increases your focus meter, which, when there's focus available, rewards you with more experience points than if you didn't have any focus available. This focus system seems to replace the stamina system we see in a lot of other video games. Some other important skills to work on leveling include fishing, bug catching, hunting, furniture making, and foraging. As you level up each skill by doing the activity more, new rewards unlock and more options within that skill become available. For each skill, there is a resident NPC who can help you along your journey and provide you with new materials and a shop to upgrade any needed equipment. Overall, the main focus of this game is to spend a lot of your time working on these skills I just mentioned, and of course upgrading your house and making relationships like I mentioned earlier. Overall, I'm super excited to play this game and work on leveling my own skills because it just seems like they're really chill, fun activities to spend your evening doing. One aspect about Palia that I really appreciate is how one in-game day equals one real-life hour, making it super easy for you to experience both the full day and night cycles of Palia. Another very important aspect of the game is crafting. Crafting is how you will make machines to help you along in creating materials needed for house building, how you craft decorations for your house, cooking appliances, and so much more. Another major part of the game, which I mentioned a little bit earlier, is creating relationships with the NPCs, both friendships and romantic relationships. When it comes to romantic relationships, of course not every NPC in the game is romanceable. However, out of the NPCs that are romanceable, you can date up to 2 of them at a time. Now, like I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, Palia is an online MMO, meaning you can go ahead and play with your friends. Most of the skills that you can level up in Palia, you actually can work together on your friends with. So take, for example, you and your friend are chopping down a tree together. As long as both of you helped to chop down the tree, when the tree does get knocked down, you will both be able to pick up the loot from that tree instead of just one of you having to take the loot. It's the same for a lot of other skills as well, as long as multiple people have actively helped along in the process of whatever it is you're doing, mining, hunting. Everyone who participated will go ahead and get loot dropped that nobody else can pick up. Another awesome thing about Palia is that it is a live service game, meaning that the game will continue to grow and expand and continuously get new content, which means there will always be new things to see and do. Now, something that I probably should have mentioned at the very beginning of the video, but oopsie, I forgot, so we'll say it now. Palia is a free-to-play game. That is right, you do not have to pay anything to play Palia. You can play totally for free. However, there will be microtransactions in the game. A lot of people get scared when it comes to microtransactions in video games. However, there is no pay-to-win aspect in Palia, and all of the microtransactions will be related to cosmetics. So think along the lines of costumes and outfits for your character. Palia will be available to be played starting on August 2nd as a part of their closed beta. To go ahead and try to join the closed beta, the best chance you're going to get is by going to palia.com, signing up for an account, and waiting and hoping that you get an email inviting you to play. Unfortunately, right now, that's one of the only ways you will get the chance to join the closed beta unless you are lucky enough to be given a code from somebody. If you're not fortunate enough to get your hands on that lucky email, don't you worry, you will be able to get into Palia pretty quickly starting on August 10th. August 10th is when the official open beta is starting and everybody will be able to jump in the game. For now, the game is only going to be available on PC, but later this year it will be coming out for the Nintendo Switch as well. Overall, Palia has been one of my most anticipated games for well over the past year at this point, and I will undoubtedly be putting a lot of time into this game. In the comments down below, let me know if you are excited about Palia, if so, what your most anticipated aspects of the game will be, and just your overall thoughts on the upcoming game. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to be on the lookout for Palia and other video game content from me coming your way soon.